Good afternoon, students. We will begin with the exercise 2.1 of real numbers. The first question we just discussed a few minutes back. The second and the third we will now tackle here. So we have the question number 2 over here, and the type of question number 3 we will be tackling on this side, right? So question number 2, we have taken first two problems for example, just to show you how you have to do it, and then we have taken number 3, we have taken two examples, and this one example is a conceptual problem, that is why it is being taken. It is not there in the exercise, but you need to understand. Yeah? Okay. So real numbers. What is the question? Write rational numbers in decimal form. So they have given you rational numbers and they are telling you write it in the decimal form. So how do we write it in decimal form? So first thing that you need to do is divide it. First thing that you need to do is divide. So 127 I have to divide with 200. So what do we get? 0 point, because 127 is lesser than 200, so it will never go into 200 still. Put a point and then you will get this 1 0. Now when you get this 1 0 here, okay, when you get this 1 0 here, now you can see 200 into 6. 200 into 6 will give you 1200. Subtract, you get 70, and then since decimal is already there, this will become 700. Now you will have 3s are 600, right? Subtract, you get 100. Now 0. Now 5s are 1000, and the remainder is 0. Remainder is 0 means completely this is divided now. If it is completely divided, you will now simply say, therefore 127 upon 200 is equal to 0.635. This is a simple problem. Not a big deal. It is not worth a 9th standard problem. This you would have done it, I am sure. If you would 6th standard or 7th standard I ask you this problem, you are going to do the same thing, right? Simply divide whatever is the final answer in decimal, you will write that, correct? So this is how you represent it. That's all. This is the answer. Now let us go to this problem. 25 upon 99. Again the same thing. We will say, let's divide. So in the solution, you will first copy the question and then divide. Copy the question, then divide. So 25 I have to divide by 99. So what will I do? 25 will not go in the table, so 0 point, and then here I have 250. So if I get 250 here, then 99 into 2 will give me 198. So 198 I subtract, what I get is 52. And then 10 will come, decimal is already there. So 5s are what? 495. 99 into 5, 495. What remains? 25. Again 0, 250. Means 250 you already had here, so you had written 198. Same thing will repeat. 2s are 198. Subtract, you will get 52. Again 0. See 520 you had. What did you do? 5s are. So again 5s are 495. So what you get again? 25. Again 0. So again 2s are 198. Right? Again what do you get? Again what do you get? Yeah, 52. Then 0. Then 5s are. Then again 495. Again you find 25 comes. Then you have to stop. Maximum 3 repetitions you will check. Maximum. Okay? Maximum you will check 3 repetitions. Once 3 times the number is repeating, you be rest assured they are going to repeat again and again. Again they are going to repeat. Okay? So 25, 25, 25, 25, 25 will continue. So who is repeating? Is 2 alone repeating? No. Is 5 alone repeating? No. 25 is repeating. Please understand the difference. You cannot say 2 is repeating. You cannot say 5 is repeating. You will say 25 is repeating. The maximum digit, maximum number of digits that repeat, you have to consider that. I can say 2 is also repeating. I can say 5 is also repeating. right? But then I will be wrong. 2 and 5, 25 as a jodi, as a pair is repeating. Okay, so here you will say, therefore 25 upon 99 is equal to 0.25 repeats. How do I represent repeats? By a bar. Whatever number is repeating, write that, the basic number. Who is repeating? 25, write 25. If there are three numbers repeating, let's say 105 is repeating. So I would have written 105, 3 digits, and then put a bar. Here only 2 digits are repeating, 25. So I will put 25 and put a bar, right? So therefore, 25 upon 99 is equal to 0.25 bar is my final answer. That's how I will represent it. Here the problem is over. Now, supposing only one digit is repeating. Suppose here 2 digit repeats, put a bar, 3 digit repeats, put a bar, 10 digits repeat, put a bar, everywhere you put a bar like this. What if one digit is repeating? Then you have something different. For one digit you don't put a bar, for one digit you put a dot. You can see here 0.6 dot. Why is there a dot? Because 6 is repeating, 6 is recurring. That is what it means. So whenever one digit repeats, you don't put a bar, you put a dot over it. Is that clear? Fine. So problem number 2, this is how you are going to solve. Take it down, copy it in your notebook, and then we move ahead. Let's go to problem number 3. First, write rational numbers in P upon Q form. Which form? P upon Q. What is P upon Q? Numerator upon denominator, means fraction, means like this. So you have to write this decimals into this. What did you do in this problem? There was fraction, you converted into decimal. Abhi ulta bol rahe hain. Now you have to do converse, now you have to do reverse. They have given you this, you have to write it like this. You have to get in this form. Clear? How to get it? Let's see. There's a typical way, very interesting. Let's understand. First thing what you will do is you will say let whatever number they have given, 0.6 bar, let it be x. So you first assume it as x or y, whatever alphabet you are comfortable with. Alright? So 0.6 dot, let it be equal to x. Let its value be x. Fine? How many digits are repeating? One digit. So multiply by 10. How many digits are repeating here? 2 digits. There you would multiply by 100. That's the difference. That is where the difference is. Clear? So here only one digit is repeating, so I multiply by 10. So I will say therefore 0.6 bar into 10 is equal to 10x. Therefore 10x is going to be 0. Now this is going to be 0.666666. Its value will not change. Correct? Now, what happens when you subtract? So 10x when you multiply, what will happen? The decimal will shift one place. So you will get 6.666666 means 6.6 dot. Here it is 0.6. When you multiply by 10, the decimal will shift one place to the right. Correct? So the decimal which was here will jump here, and then the dot will be after the decimal. Dot is always after the decimal. So before the decimal you will have 6. After the decimal you will have dot as it is. Clear? So you get 6.6 dot. Now 10x you will say subtract 1 from 2. What is your 1? This is your Roman number 1. What is your 2? This is your Roman number 2. Okay? So subtract 1 from 2 means subtract the smaller one from the bigger one. 10x is the bigger one, x is the smaller one. Subtract it. Subtract 10x minus x. What should it give you? 6.6 dot minus 0.6 dot. So what are you subtracting? From 6.6 dot, you are subtracting 0.6 dot. What does this dot mean? Dot means recurring, repetition, that's all. So this is nothing but 6.66666666. What is this? 0.66666666. Alright? When I subtract, what will happen? After the decimal, this 666666 and after the decimal here 666666, they will cancel each other because it is a fraction. They will subtract each other. So whatever is after the decimal, gone. Before the decimal, subtract. So what will you get? 6 minus 0. And what is that? 6. Left hand side, what do you get? 9x. So 10x minus x is 9x. Here 6.6 minus 0.6 is 6 minus 0. And 9x is equal to 6. If 9x is equal to 6, then what is x? 6 upon 9. What is 6 upon 9? 3 3s are, 3 2s are. 2 upon 3. Alright? 2 upon 3. So x is equal to 2 upon 3. That's your final answer. You wanted to find the value of x, no? You wanted to find it p upon q form. Isn't it p upon q form, numerator upon denominator form? That's your answer. So final answer is 0.6 dot equals to 2 upon 3. This is your final answer. 0.6 dot is equal to 2 upon 3. Alright? Clear? Let us do this problem now. Same way. Clear? How many digits now? 2 digits. So what will you multiply it with? 100. So we will say let. First we will say let this be x. Just like this. First is assumption. Whatever is given, assume it x. Whatever is given, let us assume x. Now we have to find out value of x. Our duty is to find out this value of x, like we found out here. Same way we will find out there now. So 3.17 dash is equal to x. This is my Roman number 1. Now multiply both sides by 100. Why 100? Because there are two numbers which are repeating. So now 2 zeros. So 100. So 3.17 bar into 100 will be equal to 100x. So therefore 100x is equal to 317.17 bar. Understand, this is a very important step. People make mistake here. This is the place where people make mistake. Rest of the things are very easy. Yeah. When you multiply 3.17 bar by 100, how do you get 317.17 bar? How do you get that? Because this is what? See, understand, what is this? This is 3.1717171717 dot. 17 is repeating, and that repetition I am showing by bar, isn't it? Is that clear? Now, if I multiply this by 100, what will happen? No, decimal 1 shift, second shift. So where will the decimal come? Here. If I multiply by 100, where will this decimal go? This decimal will go here. So now what will I get? 317, then comes the decimal, and then 171717 will continue. Then 1717 will continue as it is. But because I multiplied by 100, the two decimals will shift. So it will become 317.17 bar. Now have you understood? Now with this you should be clear how 3.17 bar into 100 gives me 317.17 bar. You simply have to shift decimals. That many places, as many zeros are there. If there are 2 zeros, shift this decimal 2 places. If there are 3 zeros, shift the decimal 3 places. If there is 1 zero, the decimal got shifted only 1 place. Is that clear? Fine. Let me dump this part. This is very important. Hope you've noted it down. Now let's go ahead. Now subtract. So this is your Roman number 2. Subtract equation 1 from 2. So subtract the equation 1 from 2 means from the bigger one I am subtracting the smaller one. So the bigger one is 317.17 bar. From that I will subtract the smaller one, which is 3.17 bar. This is what you get. What is 100x minus x? 99x. Here this 1717 subtraction, it will cancel. So what will remain? 317 minus 3. What is 317 minus 3? 314. So what is x? 314 upon 99. Just check if this is cancelling. You have to check if it is cancelling. If it is cancelling, you should cancel. It is not cancelling here in this case. Why? Because this does not go in 3 stable. Neither will it, if it doesn't go in 3 stable, how can it go in 9 stable? So this is a trick that you have to do. Clear? If this goes in 3 stable, then you better check whether it is going in 9 stable. I checked it is not going in 3 stable. How? How to check it is not going in 3 stable? Just add 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 4, 8. Sum of the digits. What is the sum of the digits? 8. Does 8 go in 3 stable? No. So this number will not go in 3 stable. And if it is not going in 3 stable, 100% it will not go in 9 stable. 99 will go in 9 stable. It will also go in 3 stable. Right? But this is not divisible by 3. So just leave it. And then my answer is, answer 3.17 bar is equal to 314 upon 99. That's the final answer. That finishes the problem. Okay, so the problem gets finished here. Is that clear? Fine. Now, let me take this problem here. It's a conceptual problem. It's very simple. It's an objective type problem. But I asked you because you should remember the concept. Now, what does this tell me? If I have to convert this, into decimals, what should I do? Same way. First understand what is the meaning of this. What is the meaning of this? This is the meaning. What are the digits which are repeating? 0145, 0145, 0145, 0145, 0145 means who is repeating? 0145 is repeating. So what is the number? 7.0145. That is the number. Now you have got it. Now you have got the question in this form. Now solve it. Same way. You will say let 7.0145 equal to x. That is your Roman number 1. Then what did you do? You multiplied by the number of terms which are repeating. How many terms are repeating here? 4. So multiply by 10,000. So multiply both sides by 10,000. So what will you get? 70145.0145 r is equal to 10,000x. This is your Roman number 2. Now I will not tell you. I think now you can solve the problem. Now you have the same way do like this. Roman number 1 you have got, Roman number 2 you got. Then what do? You subtract 1 from 2. Same thing. Subtract 1 from 2 here also. Right? Then you will get something. And then x, you will get the value of x. So just subtract and get the value of x. That is what you have to do now. So continue doing. This is your homework. Okay? Finish it. Alright? So these are the 3 important problems. Take care. Keep in mind. All the best. Chalo. Bye bye.